it looks a hell of a lot better having that fuse. So golden, and I don't care how long it takes me. We are gonna fix this coolant line down here. The thing I need to do is move it up so that it's actually sitting proper, because that was the idea. Check it out. Look at that. Like, that looks really good. I'm super happy with that. I really didn't like it. So, weird way to start this video off, but Samantha's all the way at Kevin's house. Chase came out, took Samantha all the way to Kevin's house because I was like at the point where I was like, dude, I can't get this car into gear. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Help me out. I need a real mechanic, right? So Chase came out, took the car. I'm out at breakfast with my girlfriend. I get a call from Chase. He's like, hey, we just, unloaded your car. Phone got disconnected. And then I get a video from Chase of my car. Oh my God. I get a video from Chase of my car rolling into Kevin's garage. Which makes absolutely no sense. I went all the way to Kevin's house because, and I quote, Kevin said, call me when you need a real mechanic. I needed a real mechanic. So like I said earlier, Chase brought the car here. Kevin pumped the clutch like 5 or 6 times. And wham, bam, thank you, man. The car went into gear. Now, you guys have seen me do that. Does not work. But with Kevin's finagling, little playing of the violin there, he was able to adjust some things on my clutch pedal or on my master cylinder, which I've already done. Just doing it the hard way, we found out, but I've already done it. Long story short, the car moves. Boom, check it out. We're here at Kevin's house. I don't want to be too loud because Kevin just had a baby. His wife's probably tired. Kevin's probably tired. But I'm at Kevin's house because I don't have a lift. And like you guys saw before, Kevin somehow, some way got the car into gear. Don't ask me how because it doesn't make sense. It's witchcraft. But, so I guess this video is really just going to be a culmination of me just doing random things to kind of clean up the car. So I got to do these. Disconnect all this, not all of it, but just my fuses. I have 5 of them. The fuse block holder that I had holds 8, which is sick, so we will only need to use 5 of these, and then we'll have spare fuses. Alright, so I think this will look a hell of a lot better with all the fuses just kind of hanging down there. It really cleans it up, and then what we'll do is we'll put the fuse box holder right up here, and we'll have everything mounted up there, and we'll just have all the lines kind of swooping over, and I think that'll look 10 times better than what we had down here, because it's already looking better without the fuses there. So I'll put the cover back on, and then we'll work on getting the wires and everything routed up here. So originally I was thinking about here, which I don't think would have looked bad, but then I have this little tab here, which would probably annoy me. So what I'm thinking is, for the easiest way, right, would be to mount it here, which would clean it up, and I could have everything swoop right up under, right into here, which I think would look better. And then for seeing it, when I put the little stickers on the front, it'll look a bit better. And then I'll have the one thick wire coming down from right here, just straight down into where the rest of the wires are. So I think that's the plan. I think that is what'll look the best. I think now what I need to figure out is another situation of not having the correct tools here. Not anyone's fault. I just didn't think about it to like ask Kevin or even bring my own stuff. But all right, we're back in Kevin's house. Minor setback last night. Didn't have all the tools, but we got most of the tools now. So what I need to do is I need to mount up the fuse box holder. Like I said, I'm gonna probably do it like right around there. I did bring some some line cover for those wires so I can cover those up, make those look good. I got a drill, I got my nutsert tool here so I can mount that up, and then I also brought some thick ass wire so that I can run a wire from the block to the power supply down there, so that's good. So we'll be able to check off the electrical, and then theoretically I should be able to just touch my batteries, terminals and whatnot, and make sure everything's still working properly, or blow some fuses. You know, I really love this tool. I love this tool so much because this tool makes it so easy to just create a quick mounting point that I didn't have before that I now have. So looking down here, you look at it, I got that spot and I got that one right there. Super tiny, but super effective. All right, it looks a hell of a lot better having that fuse box holder or fuse holder there. This looks 10 times better. Absolutely love it. Got all the wires covered up. It's looking so much better in this corner. Sick. No fuses blown, so that's awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I have the stickers. I'm going to go through and label them from left to right. I know everything's working because my fuel pump, ooh, this is not good. I know my fuel pumps are working. I heard both of them prime. I know my water pump's working because I can hear it moving water through the system. The fans, I'm quite sure should be working. I have to hook the laptop up and do all that, but everything's working as it should, so that's good. I'm just gonna go through, check all the fuses, make sure everything's good, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're back at Kevin's house, and I'm done. I kind of just got here and started filming, or not filming. I got here and started working. It's like, holy shit, it's 11:40. I'm not gonna get home till like 1 or something like that. But I can walk you guys through what I did. I came over here, I redid the line for my starter button that was inside because when you pull that interior trim piece off under the shifter, there's no slack basically. So I redid that. I also adjusted my shifter. I adjusted my shifter so that before, this is 4th, and then you try and go to 5th, but you'd be over too far. Basically, so I adjusted the reverse lockout. So now you go 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Kevin's house after a weekend. I'm still very tired from last week, but I'm very close to having everything kind of finished up. Today's sole goal is, and I don't care how long it takes me, we are gonna fix this coolant line down here that runs up here all the way down to there so that it's not hanging too low, so it doesn't look like that right there. Looking at it, it's not like terribly low, but it's there, so I need to fix that. And then one of the reasons why I want to fix it is because I have this OEM shield that I got from a guy for $30, and what I want to do is I really didn't like a lot of the aftermarket ones, so I picked this bad boy up pretty much to be put back on like OEM. So that's pretty sick, so that's awesome. So I want to be able to get that on, fix that line. Then I have GK Tech shifter springs for the GK Tech shifter relocation kit that I have on the car that came with the transmission. But I want to put that on because I want to kind of clean up some of the slop that it has there. Is it necessary? No. Do I want it? Yes. So I have to do those two things. And the last thing is I have to put the transmission inspection plate back on so nothing can go in there and do some damage. So that's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna drain the coolant. I've been looking for a bucket. I can't find a bucket, so I don't want to make a mess on Kevin's floor because I'm not gonna be here like to clean it up. So we need a bucket. Okay, as you can see, we got a bucket. Things are happening, but one of the things that I just noticed, and obviously this is not a bad thing, but I knew that I was gonna have to secure this water pump at some point, and I forgot. So, as you can see, the water pump kind of sits like that, right? And what that does is it causes that line to sit lower, right? So what I just remembered is, one thing I need to do is move it up so that it's actually sitting proper, because that was the idea originally, that once I secured the line, or not the line, but once I secured the water pump, because right now it's got all this movement and that's what's allowing it to sit down. I need to secure it so that it's up, and then we go from there. So that's what I need to do. So I got my water pump mounted. Baby girl is not going anywhere. And then I got the 90 to 90 mounted down here. I'll have a line, I'll have a line come up and then route right there, kind of just how it was before, just kind of like that. Okay, it's like 12:30 and I just finished up the lines on there. I got the undershield with 2 bolts on there. I got to get the rest of the hardware. I didn't bring any of that, but it's kind of weird seeing it like this because I really haven't seen it like this, if that makes sense. Well, check it out. Look at that. Like, that looks really good. I'm super happy with that. I really didn't like being able to just see straight through to the ground, simply because I knew that that meant that it was just open. And one of my biggest things that I was worried about was that coolant line and the oil pan. But now I feel 10 times better knowing that the oil pan is covered up. Next, what I'd have to do is drill a hole or cut a hole out for oil drain, which that shouldn't be too hard, but I'm super happy with the way it came out. I definitely do need to adjust it. I either need to throw a couple spacers in between it just so that it's not rubbing up against the oil pan, or I need to bend it. I'll most likely try the spacers first before I bend it or anything like that. But I need at least 4 more bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6. Either 4 or 6. 4 or 6 more bolts to do so that that's secured like properly. And then I'll throw some spacers in between after like I get it like, and I know exactly where it needs to be. But new coolant line's on. Redid the line there, so that's looking good. Next is to fill the system back up with coolant, and then just kind of go through the bleeding process again and whatnot. And then I still have to fix those lines over there, the power lines. Those are still touching the steering column, but for now, it's progress. Progress is progress, so I can't complain. So see you guys the next time I'm at the garage here, because this is just a continuation. So I think this is where I'm going to call this video. As you can see, Samantha is back home, which is sick. I'm sick, so that's sick. But car's home. Samantha's home. Fixed that water line, got the undershield on there, got the trans plate back on. Car does move under its own power. Fixed the wiring over there. I even took the time and fixed the alternator wire that was going over to the power. I finally got rid of the one wire that was over here coming from the fuse box that originally went to where the alternator sat. That was hot all the time, so we fixed that, so no more sparky. Cleaned it up over here, so that's looking really good. Everything is looking good. We've got the interior back together. Interior's looking really good. So all in all, I'd say, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to call Ryan, get on the phone, and get our first like drivability and tune session in. So if you're excited for that, just like me, hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video when I'm not sick and have the suds, but that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and hopefully next video we'll be able to make some pretty interesting things.